Oh, hi guys! Welcome to this week's episode of the Paul Innocent channel and what it's like to really be an actor in Great Britain. I must tell you, I was in the middle of a wonderful dream when my friend said, "Okay, action!" It went something like this.
Actors Studio is very proud to welcome
Paul Innocent.
Where were you born?
London, Bromley Hospital. The hospital I was born in has been knocked down. My parents, mother from Jamaica, my father from Trinidad. We do have West African blood, Nigerian blood in our heritage as well. So I've been told. I was brought up by white parents, fostered out to them at 12 days of age. They treated me as their own. I was their firstborn, their eldest. And they had two other children, and my other biological brother came to the same family.
What was your first school?
The school I went to was somewhere called Oak Park Secondary School. It's since been knocked down.
And what was that school like?
When you have a fire practice, 1,000 of us run outside and stand where we're supposed to stand. The ironic thing was one day we had a fire and nobody knew what the hell they were doing, and nobody got killed, thank God, but it was pandemonium on the actual day.
Were you a good student?
I was always good as a sprinter.
Didn't you win an athletic award at one point?
Won a few trophies for the 100-metre sprint. I was at 12.8 seconds by the time I was 14, 15 for the 100-metre sprint, so, eventually almost ran for my county as well, so that was my thing. It was a way of getting rid of my energy, and it was also a way of meeting girls. I did like that. But with the school I went to, if you got into drama, they thought you'd have to be a sissy boy, and so, you'd often walk around downgrading yourself and talking like that half the time, just to sort of get by. But, no, drama was always up there in the back of my mind, but I put myself forward with athletics. That was the one thing I aspired to and was acceptable to the masses that were around me at the time.
What deflected you?
I mean, I got into acting in reality via the ability I'd picked up as a young actor at school from the occasional play. My mum said to me, "You're a natural," and I thought, well, I don't want to do that. You get beaten up every day until you get into drama school. But then I turned up at nightclubs about 4 or 5 years later, and I'd walk in and I was able to just look at people and they give me this weird look, and I think, hello, there's something going on there. And I thought, but I already know how I can act. I thought, I know how to act. And I've got this thing going on, so if I put the two together, aha! Something might come forward, and it did. So I got into it purely by accident, actually, eventually, because I was working as a bought ledger clerk, and I decided that job itself, there had to be more to life than this humdrum job. It just had to be. So I decided there and then to take evening classes. I didn't tell anybody about it. And I thought, well, I wanted to get in a drama school. I told a tutor about it, and she said, "We'll get you in." And it went from there, really. And it wasn't until I actually got into drama school that I told Mum and Dad. Otherwise, they'd laughed me out of town and said, "Even though you're good, you're not Roger Moore's son, and I'm a sheet metal worker, and your mother's a cleaner. How do you propose to do this?" So I kept it to myself until it was achieved. The Webber Douglas Academy of Dramatic Art. It was interesting being around other young actors who had a similar energy to yourself. You'd always be able to pick up tips. You'd watch them. You'd been around real people all your life, but you'd never been around a number of artists and actors who had a similar mentality to yourself. Yet they all had these individual niches that you didn't have, which you could grab hold of and enhance upon. So you get them on a stage together and this whole thing happened. And when you saw them rehearse, you were learning constantly by watching them. And that's the most scintillating thing I picked up from being at drama school. I can honestly say that is it. That's the one. I found that intriguing more than anything else. Back in the day when I left, you had to get an equity card to be taken seriously as an actor. I was offered such a thing with the Royal Lyceum in Edinburgh, a 1,000-seater theatre, in the role of Israel Hands under the direction of Ian Waldridge, who was the artistic director of the Royal Lyceum Edinburgh. And, when I got to the audition, I said, "What is it you require?" He said, "We like people with a lot of energy." And I thought, aha! I may have nailed this. So I got a tip before I went into the audition room and just gave them what they asked for, thank God. Yeah, that was my first job. I followed that on by the Nottingham Playhouse Theatre. One flew over the cuckoo's nest, playing Abe Williams. That was a knock-knock job. As one job ended, another one started. In other words, without a space in between. After that, the Manchester Contact Theatre. So I did a hell of a lot of rep when I came out of drama school. It was good for the vocals, darling, you know, and the vocal projection and all that sort of stuff, you know. I've been at this game for a long time now, so it's 30 years later. So, I mean, in terms of that, when I first came out of drama school, it's a good almost 3 decades. So now, I mean, I've got my own film company, and I audition for adverts and commercials and the occasional stage play, but things don't really change unless you change it. So I decided I'd start writing. And lo and behold, thank God, I've got a gift in that department to add to my acting ability. So things are going quite well. I'm on the verge of... I've just done a movie named White Glove... Well, I'm in the process of actually filming a movie called White Glove Massive, but I've got a couple more scenes to film before filming wraps. That'll be coming out online on Boxing Day, 2015. And I'm hoping that my own film, Sworn to Lie, which is 2 hours long, we get that funded. And right now, we're in the process of actually... They're very interested in it, so, you know... And I've got a sizable part in that once we get it funded as well. I've got a couple of other actors I'm talking to, but they said, "Come back when you've got the money, darling, please." And that's it. That's what they all say.
What's your favorite word?
Aqua. Aqua.
What is your least favorite word?
Well, it's the word. There is a word I don't like people using, and it begins with a C and it ends with a. But I can't really say the word without offending half the audience.
What turns you on?
Well, like same as it, most men who get
What excites you?
a shapely woman.
What turns you off?
I've got a few pet peeves I could mention. People riding push bikes on the pavement. It's an accident waiting to happen. It's only a matter of time before somebody gets maimed in this country by people doing such things. Rudeness. I loathe rudeness under all circumstances. Can't stand it.
What sound or noise do you love?
Love the sound of the ocean when it ripples up against the shore, like Cornwall or something like that, where you get the...
What sound or noise do you hate?
Can't stand people kissing their teeth. Makes the hairs on the back of my head stand up. Loathe it.
What's your favorite curse word?
Well, I have a whole number of them. My swear box is bursting at the seams, for goodness sake. I think it's the same as everybody else, to be honest. It's the F word, if I lose it sort of thing, and that's one of my, yeah, I'll go with that.
What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
Something which was doing other human beings good.
A dream it was. But you know what they say. Hold the dream. Never give up on the dream. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of the Paul Innocent Channel and what it's like to really be an actor in Great Britain. Bye-bye.